Hey everyone, hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. Just going on to Bitcoin. Big up the CoinsKid crew. So Bitcoin is losing a bit of momentum on the weekly at the moment, but we've got the weekly close we need to respect and appreciate. Okay, so typically what we do see on the weekly, in my analysis anyway, going back many years, that if we do start to see a close below the 70 level on the RSI, that's a clue. That's the first clue that we see to a macro correction, you know, some kind of wave 4, whatever correction, that the third wave is running out of steam. So again, respecting the data, not emotion. Equally on the daily time frame, I've made a couple of indicators for the CoinsKid crew, the flip indicator and the buy and sell indicator, and right now they're showing a little bit of weakness. Again, it could be a clue to a macro correction there for Bitcoin. So, you know, obviously I hope the data's wrong, but at the moment we've got to respect the data that this could be a macro correction here. This could be some kind of A wave down, B wave high, and then we see a C wave drop, and you've got some kind of ABC zigzag at this point right now into this leg of resistance for Bitcoin, where it at least has to come back to this thick yellow line, which is a 20-week EMA in some kind of ABC zigzag. So I'm trying to find, you know, the best support and resistance for you. Way back down here, when we got this wick, we start to come back up into this god candle breakdown. We filled the wick, and right now we're struggling to get above this resistance. So I think typically what we do see at reversal, you know, retracement, you know, correction, whatever, we do start to create some kind of reversal signature pattern, which is an ascending triangle, double bottom, triple bottom pattern, whatever, before we start to come back up. So I can't get too bearish that we're looking at some kind of continuation like this at the moment until we start to see a retest of 45541. Now, why that level? Because on the way down here, you see this support just there, we melted through it in a god candle. Here we've got the support just there as well. This is why when we were wicking down here, I did buy Bitcoin and I sold it on that retest, and I did relay this in the Discord for the CoinsKid crew and equally on Twitter right there. So, you know, I'm trying to ride the waves with you. So at the minute I think the trade is not necessarily short at this level. I actually think it's long. Okay, and it doesn't make me a perm bull, perm bear, whatever. It's just trading the ranges and trying to make money on a daily basis. I think there's a sort of very minimal risk to reward trade here, and I do try and find these for you. That we've got a beautiful level of support just there, the selling level support. Okay, we filled the wick, and right now we're slowly but surely grinding away back up to come back up into this resistance before we can flip too bearish here for Bitcoin. Okay, so again on the daily I'm going to show you what I'm looking at that's sort of giving us a clue to the fact that this could be a big ABC zigzag correction that's at least going to come back down to this green line, okay, for support before continuation, and this could be a macro ABC zigzag, and I'm going to go through this with you on the macro, sorry. So again, the invalidation of such, obviously if we start to break out and take that resistance, and we've had a correction in there, and obviously if that happens I'll try and find you, you know, the targets and things like that going forward. Now equally there's no bias here, but there's a level of resistance above that nobody is looking at, and I'm going to show you that in a moment, that's sort of adding confidence to my analysis of this big blow off top for Bitcoin. Equally at this point here, the reason I would not be entertaining a short at this particular point here, and I could be completely wrong as well, is the fact that I think Ethereum is in a technical target, and it has been for a very long time. You know, it's come up, it's done really, really well, and I think the fact that we see that technical target for Ethereum, I think Bitcoin's looking to turn around here and at least come up into this resistance. So for me, you know, the probability of losing money at this point by going short is increasing, okay, but what I do expect is a lovely retracement into this, at least Ethereum to bolt and meet its technical target, and at that point I would say, okay, we've got the increased probability here because of the data we're seeing on the daily that this is an A, this is a B, and this is a C, and this is something I'm looking at for Bitcoin. So I think, you know, what I'm looking to do is short this level of resistance with really tight stop loss, and I'll show you that in time, and I'll short it all the way down to 38473, and I think this could be a macro ABC zigzag here, okay, and again, no bias, there's no guarantees, this is technical analysis, this is trading the ranges basically. So what we could be looking at right now is a long position on Bybit or BitGet, it's entirely up to you, the links are in the video description. Put your stop loss on 41711 and then ride it all the way up from this point right now, okay, for Bitcoin. If it starts to break out, I'm looking at least 6.51% upside to this level of resistance, this god candle breakdown here, to retest it to confirm, you know, the big bearish pattern basically. Now what is the clue for Bitcoin on the daily time frame? So let me show you on the daily. I did build a couple of indicators here for the CoinsKid crew basically. If we drop the indicators in, we've got two indicators that I built for you, the CoinsKid flip and the CoinsKid buy and sell. So we've got the flip that's almost turning red, and we've got the resistance of this ribbon just there. You see this flip indicator? Now we drop below it, okay, and right now it's on the cusp of turning red. Now typically what we do see when it does flip red, and I've looked at all the historical data for the flip indicator, we do see a retracement before another drop. So the fact that it's doing that could be a major clue that this is an ABC zigzag coming back down to this thick yellow line, okay, and again there's no bias. Equally on the CoinsKid buy and sell indicator, like I said to you, whenever we fall into this, it increases the probability of an A, B, C wave correction. Okay, so I think this is a likely scenario for Bitcoin over the next few weeks, unless we start to come up and take out that resistance point at 48940. I'm looking at some kind of ABC zigzag here for Bitcoin. Okay, and there's no bias, it is what it is, it's technical analysis, but at the moment what I'm looking for is a simple retracement into 45541 with a really tight stop loss on 41711. You know, make a bit of money and then short that level with a really tight stop loss again and ride it all the way down to 38473. okay, and the clue is in these indicators that I've made for you. We've lost this ribbon and right now we're about to flip rep on the CoinsKid flip. Basically it could be all invalidated. The invalidation of such is breaking out right there, and if it does, you know, we'll lose a bit of money on the you know, the short that I'm going to entertain at that particular level, 45541. Now I think we need to backtest that level of resistance before we do start to get too bearish here for Bitcoin. Now what is the level of resistance above that we've melted through just there as support and not backtested? Look at this. Okay, so you see on the way down here, on the way down in 2021, wasn't it, we've got this descending triangle, we broke down here and we've never backtested it. So in my opinion this could be adding confidence to the fact that I think we're going to see at least Bitcoin have this correction like this, go sideways, have an ABC zigzag, then break up into at least that red line and go against all the herd mentality that are getting really super bearish here on Bitcoin. Okay, so I'm looking at that 62204 because of the God candle breakdown in 2021. I think slowly but surely Bitcoin could be trying to march its way to that level of resistance. Okay, so I remain cautiously bullish here for Bitcoin for some kind of ABC zigzag back down to the thick yellow line of 20 for an opportunity to come back up into that resistance, and that could be it. You know, a little spike, blow off top, and then we're coming for the big ABC at that point, and there's your blow off top for Bitcoin. Okay, hope you understand the update. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned, but I can't flip too bearish until we start to break down below the thick yellow line, the bull market support for me, the 20-week EMA for Bitcoin. Hope you understand the update. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Take care everyone, bye bye.